Hey guys, this will be a first for me. I don't normally do videos. I don't think I've ever done one actually where I've really done any work on anything on video. I tend not to because I have a tendency to curse a lot, especially when I'm working on stuff like this, and I try not to do that in my videos. But we're gonna see how this goes today. I should be able to do this. The Vallejo rust stain and streaking and basically like chipping effect I just finally got. I was kind of waiting for it to go on sale. I wanted to order it before, but it was a little too much really. Ended up getting it, I think, for like 15 bucks on sale the day after Christmas. It does come with a lot of stuff, a lot of different colors. It has a light brown, a wood, a orange rust, a dark rust, a light rust, an orange brown, a dark brown, and a chocolate brown. And from what I've heard, the dark brown and the chocolate brown are good for like corners and doing other stuff like that and chipping stuff like that. And the other ones are good for more like of a rust color. From what I've seen, these are for airbrush. They are, but you can use them. I've been watching videos about like how to apply this type of paint, and it just says you got to just water it down just a little bit if you're going to be using a brush, which is no big deal. I tend to water down even my normal acrylics just a tiny bit. I always dip into my water paint can here, and then I put it into the paint just to thin it out just a little bit. There is like a model wash. Each one of them does have like a different type of thing that it does. Some of them were made specifically for the airbrush. I think all of them can be used in the airbrush from what I've seen. And we're going to see how this works. I'm going to grab a plate here real quick, and my paint palette's actually packed away. I didn't pull it out. I should have done that for this, but it's fine. And we're going to see how this rust finish actually looks. I'm going to try to figure out which one I want to use first. I'm going to see what this light rust does, because I have been actually finally working on this since I got the this rust stuff. I've been doing some repainting, adding paint, adding just little details that weren't there. I did this silver last night. All this wasn't done. They left this all blank. The whole back of this basically was not even touched paint-wise and everything from factory. And it left but I liked it like that because it left a lot to work with, really. I'm not going to do any kind of camo or anything like this. I actually enjoy that, the gray color that he has. I think I'm just going to do a black and silver paint scheme on him to complement the gray that's already the base coat on this. I haven't figured out if I'm going to get rid of these decals yet. I probably will end up getting rid of them, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we're going to try this light orange rust here real quick. Let me see if I can move some of the stuff. Alright, get this out. And we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to apply this directly onto here. It's actually really watery. I don't know why they claim that you'd have to water that down. But I always wet my brushes anyways before I start working. It's a habit, I guess. And we're going to see how this works. I'm guessing if this doesn't work, I can always just wash it off and start over on it. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to do this hand piece right here. It already does have rust on it, but it was very poorly painted, as I was saying. Let's see how this goes. Let's see. Oh, yeah. No, that works really well. I don't know if you guys, yeah, you guys can see that. The rest that was there before. And me just barely pushing that brush on there added a whole lot more like a rust finish. Way better than what they had on there. I am liking this stuff. I haven't messed around with any of this stuff yet. And that looks pretty cool. That's a easy, really, really easy thing to do. And it pops more than the rust finish that they have on there. The one that they have on there looks more like scratches. This looks more like an actual rust even before it dries. I'm liking that. All right, I am happy with that. For now, I am just going to wipe that off because I just wanted to see what the effects were. And you guys can see the rust effect that they had underneath. Kind of looks more like scratches than anything. Now, what we're going to try to do, let me wash this out. We're going to see how this like chipping effect works. I'm going to see if I can't do it here. And we're going to use, where is he? I'm even not sure, actually. There we go. We got the maroon. I see it on the top. My German black brown is what I'm going to be using. That's what it was recommended for when I was looking online. Like I said, I've never used any Vallejo products, so I had to kind of figure out exactly what I was doing with them before I started messing around. And we're just going to go ahead and squeeze a little bit of that on there. And for this, I'm going to have to wash this paintbrush out a little bit. I'm going to use this is almost my paint everything brush lately. I didn't wash it, but I should be able to get this going real quick. It has liquid silver all over it. You know what? It's fine. I'm actually just going to use the thick brush, and I'll just use the corner because I don't really have time to get up and wash that out right now. I don't want the liquid silver has like sparklies in it. I don't really want it to get sparkly right now. That's not my goal. All right, so we're going to try like this chipping darkening effect. From what I've read, it works better in like corners and things like that. Let's see if I can't get this right here. We're going to try it. You know what? Let me get my headlamp on. It'll help your guys' light. It'll help my light. So we can see what the hell I'm doing. There we go. And we're just going to see what happens. Let me just put a little bit of that on there. Let it dry and see how that works. I don't know if you guys can see that. It almost makes it, yeah. It's like, it would be good for like dark corners and stuff. Would I just put it on wouldn't be like the best area, but I get what you would do with it. I would need the thin one. What you do is just like tiny little corners you'd hit up. And that's no problem. That doesn't even need to be washed off because I'm going to paint that black anyways. But I can get it real quick. Some of that off. It was just a test to see what it looks like. But I get you would use that like in a corner or something. Yeah. But it would work really well with the thin brush. I just wanted to see what it would look practical on the actual plastic. And it's really no big deal because all this stuff, it's acrylic based. It'll wash off. I've even washed off stuff I painted on like 2 hours before and it comes off. So I'm not real too worried about it. But I do like that rust streaking. That was very cool. I like when I first got this, I liked the rust that it already had over here. But that streaking that it's giving looks a heck of a lot better. I'm going to just add all to what they already have existing and then do my own thing. I'll do all the rust after I get all this black and painted silver that I want painted. And then I'll be happy. The inside cab, I actually have to test out. I haven't tested out my clear coat. It's not even clear coat. It just says it's a clear white glow in the dark, but I think it might be clear so I can like go over all this and it'll make it glow in the dark without getting rid of the design on here, and maybe do a glow in the dark blue just around the edges. And I want to glow in dark these buttons and stuff on the inside here with some glow in dark paint just to make it pop with some black light. That's going to take some time. That's going to be kind of hard because those buttons are really small. And when I do small things like that, I tend to have to use the the tip of either a pin, like a sewing needle pin, basically, or if the button thing's small enough, I can use a, what do you call it? Tooth clip. That was funny. A toothpick. And I'll just use the tip of the toothpick with a tiny bit of, what do you call it? Paint on the end of it, and just dab it real quick. You got to make sure it's just a tiny bit, because if it's just a little bit over, it spills all over everything when you're doing small, little detail things like that. I've learned my lesson with a few things here. So yeah, I was just going to show you guys the Vallejo rust, streaking, chipping, painting, weathering. I'm really enjoying that. I just did the 2 little colors there. There's multiple colors there, as I showed you guys, for different shades, basically, of rust and chipping. For the price of $18, that was awesome. I think it normally runs 30 plus, and I got that on Amazon, so I was real happy with that. And hopefully I'll get this done in the next few weeks. It's going to take a little bit more painting. Even if I work on this a few hours a day, it's going to take a while. And I'll see you guys next video. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.